What's up guys, my name is Tempesignium and today I'm going to show you how to make the XP farm for my most recent video. If you didn't see it, it's a super easy build, it's very efficient, and it's something you can do in survival on Java edition, any edition that has a armadillo. So, to get started, we're going to need to find a flat open space. I already went ahead and found us a space here. So let's go ahead, we'll clear out some grass. And I'm going to pick 6 spaces. You can do this with 1. You can really do it with as many as you want. I recommend 6, but if you're going to do more than 1, I would do it in pairs at least. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So go ahead, break 6 blocks. Then you're going to break all of the blocks around it. So you'll make a little ring here, almost like you're making a nether portal in the ground or cutout. Then you'll bring it down a layer. So we'll go ahead and clear out all this dirt. Boom. Now, on this last layer, we're only going to cut out the outside ring. So all of these blocks gone. So you have your 6 in the middle that are 2 deep, and then you have your outside ring that are 3 deep. Now, because this farm uses silverfish, we actually have to go in and replace all of these stone blocks. Otherwise, the silverfish will get out. And then they'll be escaping into our tunnel systems and everything else. So let's go ahead, put dirt instead. And it can be any block that silverfish can't infect. I just use dirt because it's easy. So now you're going to pick a side, one of the larger sides. Don't use the ends. You'll break the blocks. And I like to make a little 3x3 cube. In this video, I'm only going to make a 3x2. Then we'll place our boat. And now we need a zombie. So in survival, you're going to have to lead a zombie in here. Normally they'll chase you and just get them into the boat. Now, you're going to have to name this. I'm not going to do that in this video, but get a name tag, name it something funny. That way it doesn't despawn on you. Otherwise, if you leave the chunk and it's not named, it will despawn. You're going to have to break all of this, restart, and put another zombie in there. So now we have our zombie in. We have our setup here. Let's go ahead and put a slab in a corner. It doesn't necessarily matter what corner you put it in. Just for ease of access, I always put it to the corner to the right of where my zombie hole was. So I'll put it right there. Then place water on that slab. So as you can see, it's going to spread around on both sides and make kind of a water conveyor belt. So if I take my hands off my keyboard, it's going to slowly push me towards that corner. Now, you don't have to keep the slab here. You can go ahead and get rid of it, use it for something else. If you want to, you can just leave it there. Doesn't really matter. Now that that's done, go ahead and place your campfires on your raised section. So there's my 6 campfires. And you should be looking something like this. Zombie in the hole there, 6 campfires. Get your block out. This just has to be something that silverfish can't infect. I use glass so that I can see into it, but in theory you could use dirt, you could use trapdoors, it doesn't matter. Just some sort of block. So now I use glass again so I can see in there, I can see if anything's stuck, if it's not working. So find the point where your water is leading to, which mine's right here, and you're going to go diagonal and then 3 down, so it's at the same level. And then I like to clear out these as well to make a little 2x2 cube, and then stair step it back up. This just makes it really easy to get in and out of. I can just hop up these, but you could also just create a ladder or anything else you want to do. So take your armor stand and you replace it where it's facing you out here. And now the physical part of the XP farm is done. There's nothing else you need to build. You just have to get some armadillos, and you're going to need some potions here in a second. So let's get some armadillos, and I'll show you how this works. So if we place our armadillos here, you can see they all immediately go into their shells. That's important because we're going to push them into the campfires. So if I push all these little guys in there, you'll see that they're getting hit, but they're not actually taking any damage. The shell is actually decreasing the damage enough where they will not die. So even though they're getting hit, they're always going to stay in there. So you can put as many armadillos as you're allowed to by the game. into these squares. So if you have one square, it'll start entity cramming around 27, I believe. After that point, they will start dying because of the cram limit. That's why I use 6, is so that I can put more armadillos in if I want to. I think the most I've ever done with this specific setup is 50, but in theory, I think you can go over 100. I wouldn't recommend that. Your game might start lagging or even crash because of all the entities that spawn. I've had it lag up my game a little bit with the silverfish. But let's go ahead and toss these dudes in here, and then I will show you how it functions. So for the potion, you do need a splash potion of infect. What you're going to need for that is a brewing stand, nether wart, some stone, and some gunpowder. So let's get a potion of infect. And then let's grab us a sword. So right now, I like to call this the off state. Even though the fires are still going, you can put them out with the shovel, but you can also just leave them on. This is the off state. To turn it on, all you do is throw your potion in there, and you'll see silverfish start to spawn. Now, they don't like the fire, so they're going to jump into the water, and the water is going to push them into this corner here, where our armor stand is diagonal. Now, you can see they're kind of poking through. So we're going to take our sword, and we'll swing it, and you can see that I'm actually doing damage to them. So let's go ahead and get our armor stand back. We'll place it back down, and then let's go into survival mode. So if I go into survival, you can see I have no XP, no levels, and I stand here and I just swing them a little bit. They're going to start dying, and then I'm going to start getting XP. Now this might not seem super fast at first, but once you start going, as you can see, it starts increasing pretty quickly. So in that short amount of time, I'm already going to be approaching level 10 here. And then I'll show you here how we can actually make this even faster. So once you have enough XP from this, you can actually enchant your sword. So I'm going to give my sword sharpness 5. And then I'm also going to give it sweeping edge. So we do sweeping edge 3. Now watch what happens. Now every hit I'm killing multiple silverfish, and it's just going to pump out XP. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up time here real quick, so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this, and I'll show you the end result. So there's 2 important notes I want to add here. One, if you have fire aspect on your sword, it will destroy the armor stand, which gets really annoying. The other note I want to add for you guys is that the more armadillo you have in here, the more silverfish that are going to spawn. So silverfish spawning, every time they get hit, there's a chance they spawn a silverfish, so the more you have, the more silverfish it will spawn. So if you have 30 armadillo in there, it's going to spawn a ton. If you have 1, it's not going to spawn nearly as many. But either way, this will work as long as you have at least 1 armadillo in there. I recommend that you just keep your armadillo nearby and breed them, and then put armadillo in as you breed them. Otherwise, you can wait, breed a bunch, put them in there. That is our XP farm, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe, follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Instagram. Thank you.